Hello, ladies and gentlemen. On this video tutorial, I'm going to be demonstrating how to use TinkerCAD. TinkerCAD is a web-based software that allows you to create virtual models. So here's what TinkerCAD looks like once you've signed in and created an account. You might be able to use your old account from last year. You have to create an account. Once you've created an account, it's going to have you go through a basic tutorial. You can do that, or you can skip that and just click Create New Design. If you create a design without naming it, it's going to give you a silly name. You are going to be manipulating and changing the view by clicking and dragging your mouse around the blue work plane. You can zoom in with 2 fingers forward and zoom out by 2 fingers back. And you also can adjust this by using the left toggle buttons on the far side of the screen. Over on this side, you can see all the different shapes you can create. You can drag these over to your work plane and select those and manipulate those in several different ways. For example, if I take this square over here, I can look around at different angles and I can adjust the radius, the height, the width, and all these other features as well. So you can see I can manipulate these quite easily with just dragging things around. You can also soften the curves with the radius as well. If you want to use an exact number, you can punch and type those in the length and width and height as well. If you want to put a hole in something, which means create negative space, you can select that and place that inside of an object as well. So now that I have created this object, you can also change it proportionally by sizing it by the corner. If you don't grab the corner, it won't be proportioned in size. So that's how you create it proportionally in size. Otherwise, you can stretch it, manipulate it in an unproportioned way as well. Now, if you want to bring it away or up from the work plane, you're going to grab the top arrow button and bring it up or down. You can bring it below the work plane as well. But you have to make sure you have the appropriate angle to achieve that. You can also rotate it many different degrees. You can rotate it that way. You can rotate it this way. That's how you get angles that are not parallel to the work plane. So you can come up with a lot of different interesting angles and positions doing it that way. Next, I'm going to show you how to duplicate something here. I have this blue sphere, and you can duplicate it by copying and pasting it, or you can hit Control-C, Control-V on your keyboard. You can do this as many times as you want to create an exact duplicate image. So to try to recreate an exact copy of it manually, you can just copy and paste. You can also go up to the top left of your toolbar, and you can click Copy after something is selected and click Paste, or you can simply click Duplicate. So I've duplicated several blue spheres. I've duplicated my red angled curved cube here. Now what I'm going to do is overlap some of these things or make them touch. So you can see that this blue sphere is now touching and slightly inside of this red square. What you can do is select both things that you want to combine together. So I want to combine the blue sphere with the red square here. And I am going to merge them together or combine them together. To do that, I'm going to move some things out of the way. I'm going to draw a box around them. I'm going to go up to Combine Together. Once I've combined these objects together, you will see that they appear the same color. They'll be the most recent shape's color will take over. You can also ungroup them with the icon that's right next to the group button. So that's how you group or move things as a whole set. So as you make more and more complex objects, you're going to want to make sure that you group them as you go along. If you want to maintain that color, there is an option for that. You can go up to the color and click multicolor option. It'll maintain that color. You can also align your objects that you've created in a line in many different ways. You can stack them vertically, horizontally, or group them all inside of each other, like I've just done here. To undo this, you have to click undo. You can't manipulate any of these things once they're inside. So you have to use the Control-Z button to undo what you've done so you can re-grasp those different features of your sphere. Next, I want to show you the squiggle tool. You can click and drag this over to your work plane, and then it allows you to use your mouse to draw from an above or top view point here. This allows you to create otherwise impossible lines and shapes drawing with your mouse here. So here's a shape that I'm drawing right now. You can see the stroke width is following along here. and it immediately creates a 3D rendering on the top right. So you can see how this would appear or look once you're done editing and working here. You can also draw in another way if you use this shape here. Will create a contained or complete full shape instead of a contour line drawing. But when you do it, you can't intersect itself. You have to go outside of it like I've done here. So that'll create a shape. But you only can create one shape at a time. So that's one of the flaws of what I'm showing you here. You can't do multiple shapes. You have to finish and save that. You can also delete certain things. You can see if I just draw with my pen tool, it's creating negative space or it's creating a gap in there. So that's something you can do and edit as well. And then once you're done, you can click the bottom right button and you can see what it looks like in three-dimensional form. And just like always, you can manipulate this. You can make it larger, smaller. You can change the height, length, and width as well to manipulate that further. So you might attempt to use this tool as you work to try to create some more unique and original creations. Now, since this project is collaborative, you're going to need to make sure that you share your work together. Click the top right share button on your screen and click the collaborate button, the blue button, and you can copy this link. This is the link to this specific TinkerCAD file. So whoever originally created it, make a copy of it, and then you can send it in an email to your partner, or you can add it on a shared document. There's many ways of doing it. Make sure you add it to your partner. Now, the only problem with this method is eventually the link will time out and you'll have to resend it and revise the link. So whoever originally created this project is going to have to resend that once a week for the duration of the project. All right, guys, that's it. I hope this helped. Have fun, collaborate, and do your best quality work.